Sorry, taking a sip. So I was mid-sip.
Next topic, Adam.
So we are here today with Will and James of Modern Day Escape. Welcome to the Emo Social Club podcast. Happy to have you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much. It's my dream, sir.
Yeah, good. I'm glad this is your dream instead of reuniting your band to go back on tour.
No, we reunited the band
podcast
to go on tour in hopes that we could be on this podcast.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're actually doing a podcast tour. So
Yes.
yeah, so it's the new thing. Since COVID, we're
Yeah.
like, dude, we can't tour the US or other countries, bro. So we're gonna do a podcast tour.
Yeah,
Jump on everybody's podcast and stay home. You know what I mean?
fantastic. Yeah, it actually makes a lot more sense now than it should.
Safer,
Yeah,
sexier,
so much
Yep.
safer.
less illegal.
Less illegal.
Let me ask you before we get into this: have you seen like people that are doing shows like right now? People who are just like, oh, let's just throw a show 50% capacity.
I'm not going to throw him under the bus, but we
I already know
know
where he's going,
somebody.
dude.
Oh,
I'm like-
is this the beat?
We don't have to
know
talk
somebody.
specifically, but like how, knowing that you
And,
guys are supposed to be on tour, how does it feel knowing that other people are like just doing it anyway?
Ruining everything.
It's tough. I'll just shoot a quick one. It's tough because right now people need shows more than ever.
Mhm.
Agreed.
However, it's more dangerous now than ever.
Mhm.
So it's a deep double-edged sword. You feel me?
Mhm.
I figure technically, if you're going out to restaurants and you're able to sit socially distanced by 6 feet, technically you should be able to have shows at a lower capacity, I believe.
Mhm.
I really think you should. I don't know if that's safe. I don't know if any of us are safe.
Yeah.
But I will say that it's semi. I can't tell if it's. I don't know anything about science, so I can't tell if it's irresponsible
Totally fair. Yeah, totally
or
fair.
That's fair.
much needed. That's what I'll say.
That's
I don't
totally
know.
fair.
I think my response that I want to add to that is, yeah, I think we need to let everything just kind of chill out before we go back to doing live shows. I understand that everybody wants to go to them. A lot of people want to perform them. I mean, just 2 days ago, I posted on Facebook, I miss performing.
Mhm.
But I think as far as we are concerned, I mean, we are trying to be responsible with our project, and we're waiting to go on tour when it's the right time.
Mhm.
Right. We could be irresponsible, be like, hey, everybody wants to go to shows. We could play a show here or there and
Sell
sure,
out shows left and right, risk people's,
Sure.
But okay, I'm sure there's a lot of bad press that comes with that. Do we want that? No,
Right.
not at all.
Exactly. You don't want to be Sturge's motorcycle rally.
Well,
Oh,
you know
man,
what?
so
And
many
I'm
people
gonna
are talking
say-
smack on that. It's funny.
I'm going to say this. It shouldn't matter what side of the aisle you are on this. Like, we should mutually come together and be like, look, let's just get through this faster by
Mhm.
not arguing about how to do this.
Yeah.
Like, if you really want shows, quit fighting the system for 6 months
Yeah.
and we'll all be over it.
Yeah, if we probably pulled the plug like across the board, like going out to movie theaters, going out to dinner, no shows, no anything. If we pulled the plug for a deep, solid, sharp 6 months, especially like over the winter, supposedly it slows down in the winter. I'm saying this, mind the
Right.
rabbit ears.
Right.
I just want to make sure people who can't see it, rabbit ears.
The air
Right.
quotes up here,
Yeah, the air quotes. The air quotes. If we just, tighten our B's for 6 months, dude, shredded some video games, did a podcast tour, hung out, whatever. Yeah. You know what I mean? Maybe we might dial back on everything and then get to go to shows. You know what I mean?
And you know what? I'm actually holding Disney responsible, because if they would just come out with The Mandalorian season 2 already, we would all stay home anyway.
If we didn't have to pay to watch the new Mulan, it'd be fine. We'd all
Yeah.
be
Dude.
fine.
Disney
Make
Plus,
Mulan
dude. Pooping on my boobs, bro. On my boobs.
Ugh.
Well, let's.
And Stranger Things too. We got to get that out too.
Oh yeah, Stranger Things 4. That's right.
And Sabrina season 3. So
I thought they canceled Sabrina.
They supposedly did, but there's one more season coming out, and then
okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Over. They like to make me sad, even more sad than I already am. You know,
that's all Netflix knows how to do.
That's all 2020 knows how to do.
Yeah.
See, a lot of people think that we made a T-shirt saying we are sad because we're emotionally depressed. No, it's because we want shows that aren't out.
Yeah.
It's the reality of it.
Yeah, I want my TV shows. Well, let's talk about Modern Day Escape. So what's the skinny? What's the deal? I don't really know how to introduce sections. I'm really good at asking questions. My question asking skills, 10 out of 10. So you guys have reunited after a hiatus. Why don't you tell us about reuniting and your plans and all that kind of stuff?
James, you want this?
Yeah. So I want to explain how it became to be, because I think it's so
the story's pretty funny.
There's something about this band and like things happening that are just straight goofy that even when I look back or think about it, I'm like, is that real? Did that happen? So Will and I just started, we stopped talking for a few years. I did a few side projects that didn't work out, unfortunately. And then Will and I kind of reconnected randomly via Call of Duty. And he's like, yeah, dude, I play more Fortnite. And I was like,
I get it.
Okay, I guess. He's like, yeah, you should come play. I was like, okay. So I got on and I was literally getting sniped by like 50 small children just cussing me to the moon.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, I can't play this, man. This is too intense. You know what I mean? I'm like, hey, y'all, pussy. And then I just, and my head explodes. They're stealing my stuff. And then I was like, dude, I don't know if I can do this, bro. And he goes, hey, man, what do you think about starting the band again?
And I'm like, he really lured you in there. He's like,
he did. He
sucks at this.
Lure him in, let him down.
Will's motto: lure him in, let him down. Exactly. And he's like, yo, dude, let's start the band again. I was like, I don't know, man. It was a lot of trouble, bro. We kind of got screwed a lot. And he's like, let's just do it for fun, bro.
You know, the thing with it was
we started it again.
The thing with it was there was like a lot of other choice bands that had gone on hiatuses before we did, after we did, but then they were making a comeback. And it's like, you know, I think a lot of people are interested in that genre of music again, where maybe it kind of tapered off for a few years and now might be the right time. You know, when Under Oath came back, heck, even from First to Last, Skrillex came back and sang a couple songs for him.
Yeah.
I mean, that was pretty impressive. As Lay Dying came back and all these, and then it just, I don't know, we never ended on the high note that we wanted to. And
a lot of bands got to end they went out kind of like in a blaze of glory and they're like, we'll be back or not? Question mark.
But and we're happy with how we're ending it.
Yeah. And we're like, we got screwed out of like 6 figures. So we're leaving.
We're going to go hide under a rock like Patrick Starr.
Yeah. We're going to be sad and just not come out and for a while and grow up. And maybe we'll come back. Probably not. And then, yeah.
Huh. So if you're watching Fortnite, it'll get your project back together.
It'll get your band back together.
That's to every like broken up or band on hiatus. It's gonna be like, hey guys, listen. And now everyone's gonna tweet out to every band that's on hiatus, be like, guys, we have to get them to play Fortnite. And then they come up with some crazy operation to get it done. I did want to ask, how exactly did you guys get screwed out of like 6 figures? Because that's like a lot of fucking money in the scene.
You don't got enough time.
I mean,
let's just put it this way: over the course of 10 years, from the point when we started putting music back out, and when the band started, within that time frame, there were deals made that maybe weren't in the best interest of the band. James obviously will know more because he's the founding member, but there was a lot of deals being made where people were making money and the band wasn't, or where numbers were being manipulated to not give the band money. Like here's one for you. We had merchandise sold on websites we didn't even know about. We never saw a dime.
Yeah, so there's things like that. We had like 4 or 5 shirts throughout the course of the history of the band at Hot Topic. I never got one dime, not a one red cent of that. And I'm the guy who created all of it. I co-wrote most all of the hit songs. This whole band is my idea. Every music video I've been co-directing. Not to sit here and go, "Oh, look at me," but I'm just saying, like, when you go to work and you clock in, they're like, "All right, cool, thanks, man. 7 hours, cool. I'll give you this chicken nugget we found under the table. Here you go, dude." You know what I mean?
A little gum residue. You might want to scrub it off.
Yeah, just go ahead and rinse off that chicken nugget. Don't worry about that roach leg. It's fine.
Then there's other things like YouTube as well. I mean, I'm sure you guys know, like, YouTube monetization is huge. And the Under the Gun music video was put up, then taken down, so it could be on other people's channels, not the band's.
Yeah, so we grossed like almost 100,000 views on the Under the Gun music video, and then it got taken down because it wasn't up on the Vivo channel and a couple other things. So, long story short, when you think about a band, right? You think about let's just say for Modern Day Escape, right? You think Modern Day on Instagram at Modern Day Escape, right?
Right.
Modern Day Escape at Gmail, like all the significant handles of everything. That's been spread across like 5 things because 5 different people were getting in it and taking pieces of it. So somebody would go in and go, Modern Day Escape Official, I own this. So then fans were going to Modern Day Escape Official. You know what I mean? And then they were going to at Official MDE, which was us. And they were going to at MDE Rules, which is someone else. So like our fan base got spread apart and confused. The money was getting spread all across the board. You think about how many things you can monetize as a Spotify, iTunes, Google Play Music, YouTube. You got BMI checks. You've got just Google AdWords. You're coming from all across the board. Any videos, and think of all the Deezer, all these music, things. And I've been getting maybe a very low sum of money for the last 10 years, and I mean like a crazy low sum of money. And sure, saying this openly publicly makes me look bad, but we got screwed. We got screwed massively. You know what I mean? Our record label was straight up changing, like Will said, changing numbers. They're changing numbers. We were selling out albums on tour, right? So the record label would print albums. They would charge me, or the band, I say me as Modern Day Escape, they would charge us $7 an album. So we were paying $7 a record for our own record after we were selling it, then having us pay them all the money that we were selling the albums for. So we were making maybe $1 on the road of albums just so we could afford to buy more records. So we keep selling to the public so we can keep the demand up.
It was like Mary Kay. It was like Mary Kay, but with a rat on the cover.
Oh my god!
It was like a whacked out Kirby vacuum, door to door salesman type thing. And we'd be sitting there, and we'll witness this for the last record before we took on hiatus, New Life, the one that most people don't even know we came out with. The label owner would be sitting there. He's like, "All right, boys, you got to work harder on this record. It's got to go better because the last album went dirt." That's what they said. It didn't go gold and dirt. It went dirt. It didn't sell any records.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, that's weird because we've got these video. We're on MTV. We were on the cover of Revolver. We've got hundreds of thousands of plays. People are demanding. We're selling out merchandise. Hot Topic is all this merch. What do you mean? And he's like, well, you owe us money. You owe money. You're back 20,000 right now, just alone for the recording and this. We owe these thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, and these numbers would rack up. And then we're like, wait, what? How? And he's like, well, we ran an ad. We ran an ad in the AP magazine. So there'd be a half a page of AP magazine. It'd be Black Veil Brides, Modern Day Escape, and then blank band. Outline in color, and then whatever other band was on our label at the time. So Modern Day Escape was paying $2,000 for a half a page advertisement in AP magazine, but Modern Day was getting a corner piece of that. We were paying $2,000. So the record label was charging all these bands $2,000 for half a page. It's usually at that time frame I'm not saying this is your exact numbers.
Sure.
Say $4,000 for the full page in AP, half full page in AP magazine. And when I say page, I don't mean like back and front. I mean just one side. Mm-hmm. And Modern Day's paying $2,000 for the but we're paying for the entire ad. And then he's putting the other bands in too, rather than us. And we're sitting on the side of the road. We're like, hey, we can't finish the tour. Our RV's broken down. The engine's blown up. They're like, I don't know what to do. And we're like, well, can you give us an advance to buy another vehicle so we can go through? And they're like, nope, can't do that. Sorry, guys. So I'm selling my car back at home. I'm calling my aunt, getting her sell her iron lung so I can melt it down to pay for a, silver bar so I can get to the next venue. It was crazy, man. There was, like Will said, there's backdoor deals, like certain members who I'll leave nameless because I'm not that kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting checks cut to them on merchandise. So the band name that I created, all the things that I created and did all this hard work for, right? Sacrifice, family members are dying, missing all this. Not to be sad, but we're on Emo Social Club, right? Let's get a little sad.
This is the club for it.
It is the club for it.
My grandmother's passing away. People are dying. I'm missing birthdays, families, the anniversaries, kids being born, blah, 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 everything else that life takes on. I'm missing all this because I'm sacrificing this for my love of music. And I want, it's worth it. Our community means more to me than the entire world.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm missing all this. And members in the group are taking checks behind my back. I'm starving on the road with my other guys. Some of the other guys are starving. We're eating ketchup packets, literally like starving, like to where we're eating peanut butter and jelly packets to survive throughout record courses and being on the road. And other members are getting checks cut to them on Modern Day Escape's name and without me knowing about it.
Can I just say my favorite part of this whole thing was when we were in the recording studio recording New Life. I'm going to use the producers or the owner's own voice. Yeah, guys, we got a food budget for you. Shows up. Well, here's what we found in the back of my wife's cabinets. It's like,
oh my God.
He comes in the studio like this. I'm talking the same studio that All Time Low recorded in. And I mean, countless other huge names.
MGK was recording.
Right across from him before he was the pop punk dude that he is now. Back when he's still trying to go hard with the, the hip hop thing.
Of course.
And he's a sweet guy. I'm not saying anything ill about MGK. He's a super great. Smokes too much weed, I'll tell you that kid. But he is a sweetheart.
We're about to have MGK come and beef with us real quick.
Trying to beef with him. Too much weed.
I don't think
according to what you guys have said, that actually creates a few more views.
Yeah.
So, beefing is fine.
Well, we're constantly taking a chance that it will. We can't prove that it will, but we're willing to try.
There's plenty of musicians that definitely have caused massive amounts of beef. We're not one of those bands. We like to stay low key
for sure.
Whatever. That's not how we are. But anyway, so the label owner comes in. He's like, "Here you go, boys, boys and girl." At the time, the drummer is a girl. He's like, here you go, guys. Here's your food buyouts. Mind you, we're supposed to get what was it, Will? I think something like 500
I think we were supposed to get 500 each. And literally what we got was the equivalent of a half-ripped Walmart bag with an open box of Pop-Tarts, and 2 of the Pop-Tarts are missing.
There's like Pop-Tarts, ramen noodles. I think there's a couple SpaghettiOs cans and maybe some old bread and something else. And he sets it on the counter. He's like, all right, guys, here's your food buyout. Mind you, we're living in the studio in like a loft that's like freezing cold up there. No heat. We got in sleeping bags, like freezing. Trying to record this record. Okay, the record wasn't that great. We get it. Okay,
but the point is, the crackhead who broke into the studio and stole the coin machine from the laundry room had more money for a food budget than what we got.
Oh my God.
There was a giant like steel door or like wooden door that would close. Right, you'd have to like slam it shut. A literal hobo crackhead, because it was on the backside of the Agora Theater, and anybody who knows anything about Cleveland, Ohio, knows what the Agora Theater is. It's legendary. A crackhead snuck into the back door right by where we were living, quote unquote, above the studio, Lava Studios, snuck in, stole the change machine, and dragged this giant steel machine down the hallway. Nobody heard it because there's all these bands going. MGK and his whole crew.
It's so loud everywhere. He's like, I know I can get away.
Gigantic with football dudes are out there smoking weed. Jack dude's like, yo, what's up, dude? They go by. Goes out in the freaking parking lot, punches Will's window in for his car because Will drove there from Nebraska when he lived in Nebraska. Punched his window in. Reaches in. I don't even know what Will had in there. Did he have quarters, dildos, used condoms? I don't even know what was in there.
What am I doing to my Volkswagen?
I didn't say they were yours.
If you're in Nebraska, I'm assuming, I don't know. What are you doing in Nebraska?
Okay, what's going on in Nebraska, man?
There's a bunch of old corn in there.
My backseat filled with corn.
Maybe? Well, to be fair, we were in Florida. Then I flew back to California, was in California for a while. And then when we came to record, I drove from where I was living in California, visited my family in Nebraska, then to Ohio because it was like straight shot.
Yeah.
Now we know.
There we
Geo-tracking
go.
will. So all this was going down in the studio. So it was just that whole record was a dark time. We're just trying to showcase the nastiness of things that we went through just alone for that. And that was one album, not even the other two we recorded on that record.
But wait, there's more.
Yeah. That was just New Life. And I'm
so-
sure there's more of
so-
New Life. That was nasty.
I have to tell this story because I look at it now and some of these things like you could take two paths in life. You can either be upset or you can laugh about it. I just think it's funny that here we were creating a product that whether or not it made millions or not, it still made this guy money. And whatever budget we were supposed to have to help it make more money, he decided to take that budget and apply it towards the purchase of a Porsche Cayman for his wife.
Oh boy.
So it's like,
boy.
I mean, I'm a car guy. I mean, I get it, but you know,
I rode in the car. It was nice. I put my butt cheeks in the seat. It was nice.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I got to ride in it, and we
Was
almost
it-
wrecked going down a mountain. That was fun.
Maybe that's why he said no more money.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Because you almost wrecked.
Yeah, but no, I didn't. It was his wife that almost wrecked it. I just happened to be in the car going wow when I was going down the mountain sliding down it.
see what really happened is he cut one and then he turned up the stereo hoping that the volume would mask the smell.
She caught me.
That's how it works.
What can I say? But needless to say, you know, not to sit here and cry forever, but modern day Escape should have been more than what modern day Escape unfortunately was. And hopefully now growing up and rectifying that situation, having full control, we're gaining full control of the machine. Hopefully moving forward, we won't have that issue. You know what I mean? We're not signing. We're not letting anybody run it. We're not giving away any portions of anything outside of, you know, to charitable things like we do. Will, what's the charity we're giving to?
Humane Society.
Yeah, one of our T-shirts we're selling. 100% proceeds go to Humane Society. Will and I are big, super, animal activists. Two of our guys are vegans. I'm a vegetarian. Will's like half vegetarian, half meat eater, just because he has to eat protein because he has an issue with the stomach. But yeah, so we're outside of nobody's getting money. That's not in the band, aka the band itself. We don't personally take money. Everything we use is to perpetuate the machine. It goes right back into it. Except for a little helpless baby like goats and stuff. That's about it. That's the only money. No
Helpless baby goat.
Yeah, no terrible record labels, no buttheads, nobody's snagging money.
I have witnessed a baby goat. My wife has held and milked a baby goat.
Oh.
I tried to hold and milk a baby goat.
Wait, you
I
can
will say
milk
they're
goats
adorable.
like baby
Yeah,
goats?
you can have
milk?
goat.
Yeah,
milk.
you could you like bottle feed them. Like you hold them and really hold a bottle and bottle feed.
Oh,
You're giving
Yeah,
the milk,
see-
not taking milk away from them.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, I was about
So
to
you
say,
provide-
that's
not
a
like
little
lifting up my
weird,
shirt,
but
being
okay.
like, "Here, latch on, bud."
Yeah. But it's like, I want to give you your milk. I don't want to take milk away from you.
Yeah,
Yes, exactly.
he gives
Yeah.
the goats willy milk. It's called willy milk, and he's trying to bottle it. And
I'm just saying that sounds inappropriate.
yeah,
Just a little bit. I mean, are you giving also money
Would
for
you
the little
love to
baby
know
goats doing
that-
goat yoga?
Would you love
That's the
to
only
know
time I
truth?
do yoga. Would
There's
be
a
goat
member-
yoga.
Baby go yoga.
There's a member of our band that actually can lactate. I won't say who.
I will, and it's Jack.
Oh my god!
No,
I
will.
remember the first. I remember the
forgot
first time
about
I
that.
learned about it. I was living in Hollywood. We were at this Mexican cantina, Taco Tuesdays, and he's like, "Hey, you want to know something kind of funny? I just figured out how I can do." And he's just like,
Tuesdays, dude.
and I'm like, "What the hell is wrong
You're
with
like,
your
sir,
body?"
we are in a public.
Why are you doing that with your friends
I think
in a public place?
I want to say he dripped it into my mouth once. I'm not sure.
Is that
I think
how
we
the
were in an
bros
alley
connect?
with a homeless man. He dripped his nipple milk into my mouth.
Did you like it?
I was indifferent.
These are hard hitting questions coming out here.
These are
Yeah,
very
these are. This is
hard-hitting
real stuff.
questions. All
We were
right.
drinking 40s with a homeless man in an alley in Hollywood, California, and I'm pretty sure he lactated into on or around my mouth. Yeah.
It's just bonding.
I don't know if it's still there, but there was a bar I'm pretty sure we went to. You could get like literally like Quickie Mart slushies that had shots of vodka in it, and it would
Sounds
sneak
great.
up on you real fast. Like it was.
I bet if it's like a Quickie Mart in Hollywood, yeah,
Yeah.
I bet it would.
Oh my god.
Well, shortly
No, it-
following I was gonna say shortly following that instance, just to kind of roll the heat off of me from my guitarist lactating into my mouth. Shortly following that instance, we actually were in the bar that we were supposed to enter prior, but we were hanging out because we're obviously, as I said, we were too poor to afford drinks at that time, as we were of legal age drinking adult beverages.
Sure.
I just want to clarify that. We actually went to use the restroom in said bar, and Andy Dick, the comedian,
Oh my god.
was in there and partitioned myself and our guitarist Jack for drugs, which we did not have and we did not do.
Sounds like an Andy Dick move.
And then
a dick move.
Yeah. Once I said, I was like, no, sorry. And I didn't. It took me a second to realize what was happening. You know what I'm saying? It's like daddy hit mommy at the dinner table. You witnessed it, you heard it, but you don't want to believe it. So growing up, I loved Andy Dick as a comedian. So he's like, and I'll do the best Andy Dick, impersonation. He's like, which one of y'all got Coke? And I can't. And I turned around and I was like, what the farts? I'm peeing. I've got I'm deep 3 inches right now. I'm turning around shriveled up. And I dropped down to a solid 2 and I look back and I'm like, what just happened? And he's there, bright-eyed, glasses, crazy curly hair. And he's like, I'm ready to snort, boys. And I go, oh my clowns, Andy Dick just asked me for drugs and I'm holding my wee-wee right now. I was like, is this happening right now? And I was like, and I peed on my pants a little bit, and as I tucked it away, I looked back and I was like, can I take a picture with you, Mr. Dick? He goes, no, not right now. He's like, but I'll suck your friend off for a 50. And I was like, and he said this to Jack. And mind you, Jack just lactated into my mouth in an alley with a homeless man. Now we're in this bar club, and Andy Dick's partitioning sexual favors from us / asking us for drugs and paraphernalia. Probably one of the greatest moments of my life. I'll be honest with you. They talk about peaking in high school. This is where my peak was personally. I think I'm in there, and I would love to get back to those moments.
At an awkward rundown men's room at an '80s bar in Hollywood.
At an '80s bar, and say no more. What else do you expect?
Dude,
that seems right.
Like
that's right. I forgot it was an '80s bar, and it was worth every penny getting in that place.
Yeah. Well, usually they made you buy a drink ticket for that would get you a Pabst Blue Ribbon,
And that was minimum. The extent of my fun that night. That was it. And it was a beautiful night.
I don't know how you could top that.
No, you can't. That's why I said I peaked. That was my personal life peak.
I mean, the only way you could top
excitement.
I mean, Al Roker would have to come in and ask you if you wanted you to wipe him.
Oh God,
I don't know who that is, but I would do it.
Al Roker from the Today Show.
From the Today Show? Oh, wait.
Tells people it's their birthday. He reminds old people that they have a birthday today.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Agnes.
Well, here we go.
You're 103.
How does it feel?
That's William's deep cut celebrity moment.
Yeah. It's incredible that just the question about how you got back together as a band led to Andy Dick solicited you for drugs in a bathroom.
Hey, listen, you get me fired up. I'm like a cracker, baby. I'm going to snap.
Hold on. I got a story for you about when
you got 30 minutes to regret? Hold on. It's coming.
When we said, but wait, there's more.
I'm a bartender by trade. So I don't think the people feel bad when they sit in front of me.
Yeah.
I get a vodka soda and a bag of regret, and I'm like, coming right up.
Oh my God.
The regret comes first, though.
Yeah, exactly. I want you to think tonight you regret leaving that house.
Well, here's the thing. If Brian came up to you and said, "I want a Ginny tin,"
a Ginsley Tins.
Oh God,
a Johnny with a tonic.
Would you give it to him?
I mean, was he paying?
A Ginsey with a tinsy, yeah.
Is he giving like a solid wink when he's saying it?
Yeah,
because that changes it.
I have this problem where I say everything unironically. And I would go up to a bartender at Beauty Bar, for example, here in lovely Chicago. And I would go, hey, can I get a Ginsley Tins? And they're like, leave. I'm like, I'm sorry, man. It's like, I'm goofing. I've already had 2 of them. Like, I'm just saying, I want to be funny. And like, I thought we knew each other in that way, but clearly I'll just ask for a gin and tonic and then move the fuck on, I guess.
After you with certain things like that. And people have just definitely been like, ma'am, are you sure you're old enough to be in here?
I am a trendsetter. I want everyone to do what I do, and I want everyone who has to deal with people that I train to regret that and hate
That
it.
you train.
I like your moxie.
Yeah, listen.
Yeah, you've got guts, kid. I'll give you that.
Yeah. The thing is that I knowing that I have to stay inside my house now forever, without an end in sight, is like, oh, that was what everyone wanted me to do anyway. There's a part of me that thinks everyone's outside having fun without me.
Pretty much. They probably are. It's okay.
Yeah.
If you want to drive out to where I live, dude, you can come to my bar. I'll take care of you, bud. Mama bird, baby bird, I'll hold you.
Listen,
I'll
I'll hold you like this, and I'll just feed you like.
It's like that wasn't quite the cocktail
Brian,
delivery
that's the
system I
reunion
wanted.
that you and I, Brian, that's the reunion you and I need because it's a sketch to go on the L to get up to your home.
I'm not going on the L at all.
No, you need a vehicle to get where I live. I just want you to know that. Well, it's not. You can't catch it. Train stops in Elmhurst, I think. I'm pretty sure from where. They need a car from there. So, but I could come pick you up.
Oh, there you see. Yeah. You know what? That's the Metro way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you drive. You go as far out as you can, and then I'll snag you up.
Yeah.
Except when you fall. I've done the thing where I fall asleep. I end up in Aurora, and I'm like, can someone come get me?
Actually, I don't live too far from Aurora, so actually, I will come get you. Yeah, if you show up in Aurora, I'll come pick you up. You come in. We have a 3,000 square foot home. You're more than welcome to crash on our guest bedroom. It's fine.
James is our ride and our Airbnb.
Wow, didn't know that. Now I know if my brothers or my parents don't pick up the phone.
Bartender and Airbnb?
Yeah.
Where do you get off?
Crazy.
You got to deal with my little Boston Terrier sticking his tongue in your mouth, but I mean, it sans that.
That sounds like a delight, sir.
It's
yeah,
great.
it is. He smells like salmon and cheese. It is delicious.
A delight.
Well, it's a switch up from beef and cheese.
I'm literally convinced that James's dog is Spunky from Rocco's Modern Life.
Ooh,
basically.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
He is very similar.
Shy of getting himself frozen at a grocery store and being sold at the fish market,
Will, I never thought about that, but I will say honestly, life goal complete. Growing up watching Rocco's Modern Life and loving Spunky, and I was like, I wish I had a dog. And I just really took a deep 2-second consideration of how Buford is just like Spunky. Yeah, wow, thank you for that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
He's immediately gonna go on Instagram and be like, guys.
My wife.
I'm gonna hug him a little harder now. I'm gonna hug him a little harder.
My wife bought me the entire TV show because she knows I'm a huge fan, and it's been a nightly watch lately.
I feel like that's one of the cartoons that people, if you ask them, it's gonna go over some people's head, and then some people are just gonna be like, yeah.
If
like,
you know,
really
you know.
into it. Yeah. If
you
know,
know
what?
what?
It's the same thing with like Doug. If you watch Doug, you're like, you know. Yeah.
It's the 90s.
I wasn't allowed to watch Doug growing up. So
I'm
really,
so sorry. I wasn't allowed to watch Ed, Edd and Eddie. So
Ed, Edd and Eddie was so good.
Butter toast.
That's one of my favorite cartoons back in the day.
My mom flat out. Okay, so I was allowed to watch Beavis and Butthead, but I couldn't watch Ed, Edd and Eddie. I could watch Beavis and Butthead, but I could not watch Doug. And I told my wife this the other day, and she's like, "Wait, Doug?"
Yeah.
And I go,
yeah, I was about to
okay.
say, what's wrong with Doug?
All right, follow me on this quick rabbit hole. I'm gonna make it fast. I'm not gonna drag you through the mud.
Are we about to get
here.
into the dark web of Rugrats theory, dark hole with Doug?
No.
Andy Dick's just gonna make another appearance.
Oh no!
It's like, who's ready to party,
it all
bitches?
comes back to Andy Dick in the end.
Yeah. No. So apparently, when I was a little kid, I was watching an episode of Doug, right, and his breaker box in his basement. Apparently, Doug lives somewhere in the Midwest because said breaker box is in said basement.
Mm-hmm.
He truffles downstairs wearing socks about yay high of water. He goes to change a zapping electrical box with a socket, a breaker socket or whatever. Mm-hmm. He goes to change it to get power restored in his home. Okay, that's something that could happen if there was a storm in the Midwest. Your basement could fill with water. Yeah. Be a child home alone. Oh my God, I need power. Bing bong bing. My dad did this. Rip. You're done, son. You're night, you're zapped out, you're goodbye, carried away in an ambulance, you're done, right?
Yeah.
All right. Now, Beavis and Butthead, right? There was the two little dudes, which is me and my friend being, a bunch of buttheads. They got the hold of their neighbor's tree trimmer to prune trees. And then they decided they're going to saw off a cricket's tweeter. And then Butthead and or Beavis was holding said cricket. And the other one sawed off his fingers, right? And he lost his fingers. what are the odds as a child you could break into somebody's, garage, steal a tree trimmer, get it running enough to hack off your friend's fingers trying to cut off a cricket's penile unit? All right. His said sexual thorax, if you will, if you want to get technical. Okay. That is probably not going to happen. But you know what would happen? Changing a light socket or an electrical socket in your basement in the water, right?
Yeah.
So my mom goes, dude, watch Beavis and Butthead, bro. Don't watch Doug. Bad morals. You got it. You're already going right. So,
Oh my God.
MTV After Dark, here I come. Caps
Doug
lock,
is too realistic for you to
probably
watch.
why I'm a little funky monkeys. You feel me? Probably why I'm a little strange snakes. So I'm just saying.
In case you're curious, James's mom is a female Jack Sparrow.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Interesting.
She is Elvira's left teat. She a byproduct of Elvira. She is the queen of darkness. She is a vampire. I'm pretty certain my mother is a vampire.
Yeah, except
okay.
that said part fell into a bottle of rum and awoken. Woo.
Yes, exactly. In a different dimension. She's a different. But instead of the rum, she fell into a bag of THC and 420 Kush presidential perp. You know what I'm saying? And she smoked her way through the whole situation. So yeah.
Oh my
Imagine
God.
Jack Sparrow blazed the entire franchise of Pirates of the Caribbean, and then it was a female. That would be my mom.
Oh my
Probably
God.
it'd be the same net result, just with the eyes glazed over.
Yeah, exactly. She's iced out, dude. She's night.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I don't think they were ready for this.
I don't think they were ready
This
for
was
this
a lot
podcast.
more,
Listen,
a little bit
there's-
more there.
There's
but
so
man.
much interesting information. We were like, we got to bring questions. We got to bring we want to make sure that we're hitting on the points, like your band, you're back together, you're going on tour. And I'm like, dude, this is much more interesting.
Yeah,
See,
like,
I mean-
good to roll with it.
yeah.
A lot of people are like, they're like, I've done podcast, like a couple podcasts for like some podcasts that are still green and starting up.
Mhm.
And they were like, they said kind of like that. They're like, we spent this time and we did all this research and all this. I'm like, listen, research all you want. But I'm like, when we drop that reality bomb, you're not ready.
Yeah.
Dude, we're gonna blow
This-
your nips to the moon. You're not
Yeah,
ready
when-
for what
when
This is the
we,
research.
We talked
Yeah.
with another podcast guest that we had like off camera, and they were like, yeah, I went on other podcasts, but they were like, they're not as like animated or like going with the flow. They just kind of looked at the sheet of questions and are like,
yeah.
oh yeah, you finished on this interesting note, but let's just go to the next question and not like pull it out more or just like roll
Yeah.
with it. I'm like, yeah, no, listen, I've been spending 7 years in school learning how to fucking interview properly, and this is how
Yeah.
you do it.
I just
Hey, look,
forced my friendship.
if you want to have a good time, just go tell us more.
Hey,
Tell us more. Can you
dig
extrapolate
into that one a
little
little
bit?
bit. Tell
Yeah,
us more
yeah,
about what
exactly.
you missed from watching Doug.
Exacerbate on that situation. Did you
Yeah.
kiss your mom or did you not?
So when
the viewers
Andy Dick,
want to know.
so did
Was
Andy
your
Dick ever
childhood
follow
ruined
up?
because you never banged on a trash can?
Yeah.
Oh,
Or drummed on a streetlight.
God, the music in Doug was so good.
It really
I
was.
heard you saw your parents having sex at age 12. Is that true, James Vegas? Did you peek through the window of your parents' apartment and watch them having doggy style sex and you're confused? Is that true? We read that somewhere. No?
Podcast
I heard you're
did not
selling
ask that
VHS
question.
down at Bob and Todd's VHS for sale.com.
I know. I actually did see my parents having sex and I was so confused as a child. I was so confused.
anyway, this is why we need earlier sex education in the public school system.
That's what I'm saying, dude. So when I see my dad pounding out my mom, I'm not like, they're wrestling naked. Like Dr. Manhattan.
Like Dr. Manhattan.
You like how I tied it all in together? Yeah. My dad was going through multiple timelines of my mom's vagina. And that's what happened that night.
Oh God. That wasn't even when we were live. So like there were people who were like, what? And we're like, oh, the timelines.
Yeah, you don't understand
The timelines.
Timelines.
The
are so
timelines.
different. Dude,
Timelines all the time.
That's from now on. You should be like, so the timelines. Like
The
just from now
timelines.
on, just that's
The guy
gotta
who
say-
does the aliens hand mo.
Oh, you mean like
just
Alex
aliens.
Jones, the timelines?
It's
Yes.
not
With the
it was aliens, but it was timelines.
It was definitely aliens.
timelines.
I literally I think I actually peed my pants. I'll be right back. Ask Will a question. I've piddled in my pants. I'll be right back. Yeah,
Well-
when I said timelines too many times.
Maybe
I
you
tied
need
my-
to get
I
like
get
one
it.
of those like the things that like the older ladies have to wear, like the little like The
Like
adult
diapers?
Pampers.
Depends.
Yeah, like diapers.
Yeah,
Well,
depends. That's what they're called.
when
That's
I
how
said
you do it.
timelines, on like the 6th time, I actually tightened up my lower ab and I piddled in my pants. So, excuse me, I'm gonna go put some.
Well,
T-tape.
Yes.
we'll go let him use the
downstairs.
extra quicker picker upper.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna stick a
Wonderment.
whole roll of my Wii and a whole roll of bounties. I'll be right back. Hold on a second. I'll be
Just,
right back.
I'll just sit
Just
here awkwardly
Don't mind
talking
me.
about
Just
why I
keep,
like
just keep this
Pellegrino.
going.
Oh,
okay?
Pellegrino's great. We can talk also
Look.
about this kombucha here.
Just talk about
Oh,
my parents
dude.
having
Okay.
doggy style. I'll be right back. Hold on, Jack.
So I was not there when it happened.
That seems somehow more appropriate that you were there at the same time, and yet at the same
No.
time, could you have been?
So honestly, it's kind of funny, like how James and I are. I mean, how I'm even in the band and how he and I have become best friends. Like the whole thing initially started out, I was trying to move to California to be a bassist in any, up and going band that was notable. And I had been in contact with a now past member of Modern Day Escape. And I was like, hey, do you know anybody, out in the California area? I'm moving out to San Diego initially, and then I moved to LA. And well, I was initially being looked at to be a guitar tech or a merch salesperson for the band. And Jay's like, yeah, don't know who he is. Get him out of here. Like,
Whoa.
because, and I get it. Like you go out on the road, you're taking a complete stranger with you for 6 weeks, 3 weeks. Like, what if they suck?
Yeah.
What if you hate them? And you have to abandon them in the middle of Kansas, be like, sorry, kid, find your way home.
Yeah.
And so that was our first time meeting each other. He's like, hey, no hate. And then I get this random text like 6 months later. It's like, hey, weird business proposition from you. And it's from the guy who had introduced me to the band in the first place.
Mhm.
And I'm like, what's up? 2 weeks, no response. And then I was like, okay, what's his business proposition? We're gonna leave me hanging, dog? Jeez. So then I eventually get a message back, be like, yeah, so I can't go on a tour. I just want to know if like maybe you'd like be interested in filling in. I'm like, does a bear crap in the woods? Yeah, like let's
Yeah.
do
There's a
this.
That's what you were here for.
Yeah. And I'll admit, like I was so green, had no idea how to be a professional musician. There's definitely a difference between somebody who is a musician and somebody who is a performing musician.
Mhm.
And I had to learn that real quick. And then, so I'm on this first tour. We're sitting in a McDonald's in the middle of New Jersey, and they make this decision to fire an individual. And they look at me and they're like, well, you're in. Just don't screw it up. And I'm just sitting here like half a fry in my mouth, like, what? Because like this is the whole reason I moved out to California in the first place. It's like it's actually happening.
Yeah.
And I guess like and then James and I, we didn't really like click at first until we realized like we have a lot of same hobbies. Like I was playing Pokemon Red. He was playing Pokemon Red at the time. In fact, we were going through Canada, and this is the first time I've ever been cuddled by another man.
Oh,
Fun story.
Always-
we were going from
always
either
remember your
Montreal
first.
to Toronto or Toronto to Montreal. I can't remember which direction we were heading. What I can tell you is that the van we were riding in had no working heater that wonderful night in the middle of late October in northern Canada. And so it was freezing, and I'm like playing Pokemon Red, and I'm like freezing, and I wake up realizing that James has like fallen asleep next to me and on me, but he's the warmest thing that's happening right now. So I'm like, all right, I'm allowing this.
And that was the first time we docked.
Not to be the last.
And definitely not to be the last.
But wait, there's more.
Yeah.
God damn it.
It was kind of like Star Wars, you know what I'm saying? Like it was like two X-Wings came
my
together.
God.
It was like,
I mean, I don't think that's how X-Wings worked.
yeah. I don't know if that's how they work either.
well, they start like, like this, and they spin and spread.
You got to have an X and a Y wing.
That's
You
fine.
don't have to.
You don't. No,
You
No,
don't
you
have
don't
to.
always
You don't
no,
have to.
you don't
no,
have to do
listen,
that.
trust me, we can make this work. You don't know about us.
We could do it.
we let's just say we traded Pokemon that night.
Oh, but you don't even have any of the different like ones. Like you got to find a friend that has blue if you got red. Or
Well,
just
I
like me,
made his
you never made any
Bulbasaur, if
friends.
you know what I'm saying.
Oh my God.
Damn it.
Evening.
Evening.
Everyone's
everyone's
so
many weird
confused.
questions.
Everyone's like, wait, what?
Wait,
Who
what?
are these guys?
Who?
What? This isn't the band that I knew growing up in high school.
The thing,
What are
like-
they doing?
Reading through chat though, everybody's like, yeah, like this is the band we came here to
I
watch
was
these
about
guys.
to say, like, even looking at the shirts, you're like, oh, I know what to expect going into this.
Yeah.
I was gonna say our community definitely knows who we are, and especially me. They're like, this is nothing different from what I'm used to. Yeah,
This is exactly the band I remember.
Yeah, that's exactly
Ian Xliv said in the chat. So yeah, it is.
James is vulgar and I am awkward.
Yeah.
There you go.
And that's our demographic. That's how we play off each other. You know what I mean?
I mean, we have a couple more questions. I mean, we are like we had some tech issues, so we'll go a little bit longer on the recording just in case.
That's fine.
Just to get enough content. But I mean, I want to give you time if you want to like talk about like the reunion and the tour and like what's gonna happen. I'm assuming 2021 now is the plan. Is it tentative? Is it more locked in, or where are you at with like how the future is going to look, or do you even know?
So right now, James, you want this one or?
I mean, no, I auto jump just because I'm used to doing these things. So I'm like, I'm like a little kitty ready to pounce. I'm like, so yeah, we've got a potential tour offer for 2021. No, it's technically 2020. Right? No,
2021.
No. 2021.
Year 2020, the year of
I'm
God.
still thinking about my parents, and I'm just confused about the timeline. There's big blue dongs in my mind. I don't even know. Dr.
I'm going on
it's like
tour,
Zach Galifianakis at the poker table with all the numbers going by, except it's just messed up images of
it's just
childhood.
Dr. Manhattan from the movie.
My parents, dude, just dogs sticking their tongues in strangers' mouths.
Hugs the devil, Bobby Boucher.
It's funny every time I picked up. I'll come back to that question, but I picked up recently waiting tables. I worked the bar, and so I started waiting tables in like the bar area, and then I started picking tables up outside because of COVID, obviously. So I've had to make up the money or whatever.
Sure.
So every time I deliver, people aren't ready for me when I serve them. They're not expecting it. They're expecting their own teenage kid to be like, "So, dude, hey, welcome to Jimmy's, dude." Whatever. So I roll, and I'm like, high quality H2O, and everyone's like, I love that movie. Like it gets everyone so stoked. And, like I always do these like low key references, and like, is he serious? Is he not? So 2021, we got a tour offer. We can't see. I don't want to say what the tour offer's for because if it falls through, we're gonna look like dumb idiots.
Yeah, sure.
That's
you know
fair.
what I mean?
That's fair.
So if you're like, oh, dude, they said they were going here, and then it doesn't work out, or the promoter falls through, I don't know. But it's a really cool tour offer. It's a place we have yet to, go. Mm-hmm. I'm excited about it for the potential of we could die any day, so I want to live and stretch my wings.
Absolutely.
And and this is a place I haven't fluttered my little butterfly wings yet. So I know a lot of people that normally wouldn't have a chance to see us technically might have a chance to see us that never have before. Mm-hmm. Like I'm trying to you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to lure it in for your imaginations, trying to get a vibe. Yeah. We're going to stretch our sea legs out.
Sure.
Sea legs.
Are you taking a boat there?
Some kid in Fiji is losing his mind right now, and then is going to be really let down.
They're coming to Fiji.
That's me, dude. That's me, dude. He's so pumped.
Those kids in Brazil who are like, come to Brazil.
Yeah.
They may be disappointed.
Always. They're going to Fiji first.
We actually do have a pretty good fan base, like in Brazil, Australia. Germany's huge for us.
Germany's crazy. It's insane. It like rose up out of nowhere. Like Germany was on the list, like down here. Now Germany's like, dude, it's literally I poop you not. Chicago, Germany's like at the top.
That's
so like
crazy.
Germany's metal scene is just far beyond anything that America can ever compete with. So if you play any form of heavy music, there's a really good chance that you're hitting in Germany. The odds are much higher.
Wait. So so like I said, we're not saying anything, but we're saying things.
Yeah.
people who normally wouldn't be able to see us, if this works out, will have a chance to see us.
Yep.
So we got that on the table for, we're looking at October, November, 2021.
Mhm.
As of right now, that is the main focus on the table.
Mhm.
We have the new song coming out as of like the close-up things going on. We've got Worst Kind of Curse, which is our next single off Transmutation, which is our 2020 record. We've got that coming out in October 31st, 2020.
Ooh, spooky.
Well, I want to let's break that down. We're gonna have the song.
Will's the fine print guy. I'm the excitement guy. Will's the fine print guy.
I'm like
Will.
I'm like the lawyer from The Simpsons that comes in and lets everybody down. So October 10th we'll have this single come out, and then we're going to be shooting a music video. So that's going to be scheduled for the end of October.
Gotcha.
Okay, there we go. So we got our new single, Worst Kind of Curse, coming out October 10th, a tentative date. And then we have our music video coming out October 31st. Tentative date.
Tentative.
This is what we're hoping for.
Mhm.
We're really pumped for, because social distancing safely. I want to put this out there. We're flying everyone in. Our videographer, his PA. We have dancers, professionally trained dancers,
Okay.
as well as the band, body painters, etc.
Oh,
Just want to
wow.
kind of get everybody a little bit hyped.
Yeah. I'm seeing where it's going.
Yeah, so it's very Holding Hands 2.0 in a sense.
Okay.
I'm using that term loosely for the involvement of what it takes. Holding Hands wasn't planned. We filmed it that day on a $300 budget. And we actually called, like, that whole video is, if you guys want to get into that, we'll go to another talking point. But
Sure.
We're trying to go the Holding Hands route of the excitement. But this time more planned, more orchestrated, and more professional.
Word.
That makes sense?
That's fair, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to give too much away, because the whole thing is, like, it's an idea I brought up to Will 8 months ago. We were kind of iffy on it, but some things fell through recently for the initial idea that we were supposed to go through, due to permits from the city of where I live, which I'll tell you guys after we get off camera.
Right.
Yeah.
And when I tell you where I live by, you're going to go, oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I get it.
Got it. Yeah.
I'm sure you can already guess. And
I'm familiar with most of the local
yeah.
governments out here, just because I work in news. So I know. Yeah.
So I just want you, Lizalfos, or Lizard, Lizzie, Liz.
From The Legend of Zelda.
Exactly. I told her I was going to call her Lizalfos. She's like, I guess you can do that. That's fine.
Hey, it's better than one of my editors in my newsroom. He just calls me Elizabeth, but he has this like really angry voice, so he's always like Elizabeth, and I'm like, ooh, I'm in trouble.
Mike,
Spider-Man,
stop acting like that.
Like J. Jonah Jameson. He's like, I'll give you 150. He's like 200. He's like, sold. Spider-Man.
Lizzie, bring me pictures of Spider-Man.
Yeah. Exactly. So when we get off, and I tell you, so long story short, the city of tried to charge me 7 figures for 2 days of personal injury and property insurance.
Wow.
For filming up to 2 hours a day over the course of 10 hours. When I say the city, you're going to go, that makes sense. I'm sure you can already start mulling ideas of the city that I live right next door to.
Yeah, we're mulling.
Of what it is. Anyway, so that fell through, and the permits fell through. So we actually decided to do it here at my house, because I have a fairly big house here. Very blessed with.
James is really flexing here.
I know,
My big old house.
I'm like, we got 3,000 feet of loose
We
room,
got a
and
dog.
We got a really cool dog. And
here, I'll just let everybody down right now. Our music video is going to be another episode of MTV Cribs. There, I said it.
Wow, you're bringing it back.
That could fucking.
Look at that.
That could fucking hit, though.
It's a flash in the pan. We're bringing it back. No, I got 3,000 square feet of life space, and then 1,100 square feet in basement space.
That's awesome.
So I got a big enough property we can do something. So we're socially distancing properly. I've got a really killer idea, and as Will fingers my eyes, and we're really excited. It's a concept that I'm not saying no one's done before. I will never say that, but I will say I haven't seen anybody do it. I'm very excited. It's building on the Halloween theme, because it's being filmed or being released on October 31st. Halloween's my favorite time of the year. My entire chest piece
Absolutely.
and most of my arm is Halloween themed.
Absolutely.
I'm a huge fan of Stranger Things. I'm a huge fan of 80s. So there's this, I can't go too in depth, but I'm going to say that if anybody's a nerd, if anybody loves Halloween, and if anybody loves the Upside Down, this is going to be the video for you. Even if you like our band,
I see how the excitement just went right. It was like,
yeah, I think
It was
my
like,
head went from straight. I was sitting formally in my seat, and then I tilted.
the whole
Like
thing
a dog
is
when
that
it like notices somebody, and it's just like,
like
the goal of what I've written for the plot synopsis of this video is even if you don't like our music, that's cool. I respect that. Everybody's got opinions. Push mute. You're probably going to want to watch this video. It's going to be exciting.
well, does
we
it have story in the video? Because Brian
does.
dislikes
It does.
story.
Yes.
I'm
I'm
fine
sorry,
with
Brian.
story. I'm fine with
So-
story.
I can't tell you super details, but I can give you like a little bit. It's going to have a cold open, a cold close. It's going to be a visual story to tell. It's very inspired by Stranger Things.
Mhm.
It's very inspired by Halloween.
Dungeons and Dragons a little
It's
bit.
very inspired by
that.
Dungeons
I like
and Dragons. We're all nerds. Our one guitarist is a super advocate for D&D. I played D&D growing up.
Hell yeah.
We're all fans of that nerdy culture. So we're letting our colors fly with the nerdy culture, Halloween, D&D, semi 80s, and a concept that I haven't seen done yet. That dances between reality and imagination,
That's awesome.
per se.
Yeah,
And
that
it's gonna be
sounds
a solid-
exciting.
Yeah.
It's going to be a solid 4 to 5 minute visual. You know what I mean? Like, I just want people to enjoy it,
Yeah.
whether they enjoy our music or not. I just want people to enjoy, come together and be like, okay, F Modern Day Escape, their music's terrible, but man, this video is cool and I like it. You know what I'm saying? So we're trying to
Yeah.
make something that someone else can enjoy that's not a fan of our music. type
Yeah.
of thing. You know
Maybe
what I mean?
it'll be so good that Pitchfork will pick it up and they'll give your music a negative rating, but be like, but that music video, sick.
Video's
I'll take
good.
it.
7.5.
I'll
Yeah.
take it.
Yeah.
At this time, clearly. I'll take Dr.
You
Manhattan. I'll
heard
take that.
you heard the lamentations of Modern Day Escape, so we'd be
Yeah.
up for it.
Yeah, I'm ready. It's at this point we strongly feel like this is our heaviest song to date. For
Okay.
Worst Kind of Curse is our new single. It's our heaviest song to date. It's the most raw emotional passion I've ever personally put down on paper. It's the most real lyrically I've ever been on this certain type of situation that I've been through. I won't say directly what it's about because I wanted to leave it up to interpretation of the listener. And I want to bring something visually that we can all relate to. You know what I mean? Whether we're, like I said, whether we relate to it musically or not, I want to at least visually be like, I've been there. Yeah, that sounds good. I feel that. I can hang with that. So I just want to bring that to the table. So give someone, I want to give everybody a somewhere to hide, home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
For
definitely.
lack of better terms.
That's awesome.
So we're pumped for it. Yeah, we're pumped.
Yeah.
Don't want to drag it out. Oh, it's so cool. Whatever.
I mean,
We're just excited for it.
We're definitely looking forward to it now, I think.
Yeah, that sounds
I
very
think I think
cool.
Sounds
everyone's
awesome.
gonna enjoy it. I'm putting a lot of work into it.
They're all gonna watch it and be like, "This video sucks."
Hey, and it
told-
might.
I told him I was
It
excited.
Yeah, it might take a dire poop. It could
We
be
can
trash.
definitely. So every Friday we do emo DJ set, and sometimes we put on new music, and we're just like, oh, let's hope that this is good. And then
And you
so
sit
that
there
could
with your
definitely be the
fingers
same thing. We're
crossed.
like,
Well,
last week some rando jumped in and was like, can you play my personal single? Oh god.
and I was like,
Did you?
Oh
so
no.
so what I do is I pull the YouTube video. So I go to YouTube, I downloaded it fully legally. There's no way to do that, so that's a lie. But I took it from YouTube and I played
You
it.
streamed it. You stream. Say stream.
Sure,
Stream is
sure.
legal.
Y'all,
Download is illegal.
Fair,
You
fair
stream.
copyright.
I streamed. I deleted it when I was done. So when
there was a reason.
I tried to get it, I couldn't do it. But like he seemed like he was in the stream for a little while. He was like, hey, check this out, whatever. And he tried to get us to play it. And I was like, you know what? Fine. We've been live for like 5 hours. I don't fucking care. Let's do it. I find a way to get it. I play the audio. I couldn't get the full video, but I could tell it was just him like in a room with a microphone in front of his face, just playing. And I'm like, all right, well, maybe it's like really good. Maybe he's like really talented. And then it was like a beat that like seemed familiar. And then it was just like the worst singing, and I'm like, man, okay, and then
It
stop
was
and then
like
play
a
the next
troll,
song.
but I don't think it was.
I think it was legitimate, and like I at least gave him the feedback of like, hey, like work on the vocals. Like clearly you're passionate about it. Just focus on that passion. Do a little bit more with your vocals, and I think you could elevate to the next level. And then like whatever, come back and see me, but also stop bothering me on my stream. But like,
this is making me scared, like stressed out. Like I'm listening.
No,
I'm thinking of this, and I'm getting like hot. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh
yeah. Here's the thing. Not
mad, just stressed out, like scared, like
it's
God.
like when you watch like a sitcom and you see like in a really embarrassing scene come up,
cringy.
That's what happened. That's exactly what it was.
Yeah, I was like, I'll let you cringe yourself out in front of like 12 viewers. Who cares? Like whatever. So like oftentimes we'll say like throw out requests, like whatever, we'll just play whatever right now. And somebody actually put Holding Hands in our queue. And so I was like, all right, I know I've heard of this band. Let's play it. Let's put it on stream. And I was like, holy shit, like, where did I miss this song? Like, this song was great. So, like, honestly, we were, like, really excited when we were set up to, like, talk with you guys because I was like, holy shit, this song's so good. And, like, I didn't remember it at all, like, from back in the day. So it was really exciting that like, yeah, actually like when sometimes you throw out a random song and you're like, oh my God, like we struck gold here. Like, let's keep that in the rotation. Let's keep that in the queue.
That's amazing, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah. I shared it to our Discord a bit, just to be like, hey, we're interviewing these guys. Like if you remember this song, like come through, like it'll be a blast. So, at least to let you know that we have fans that are like, hey, you got to play this Modern Day Escape song. We were like, you're right. We did.
And then he was like, hey, you really got to work on those lyrics. I can see you're passionate about it, but just try a little harder, okay?
Hey, man, I see your passion. I just want you to come back.
Have you ever, and I don't mean to poop on everybody who's a passionate musician who lacks maybe
I'm happy to poop on him.
The skill set. Hey, I'll pass the pooping off to you.
Pass the poop. It's a metaphor, not a literal.
But have you ever noticed that like those are the people that when they get to their real passionate parts of their songs, instead of singing more properly, they just get louder?
Yeah, because that's what I do when I do karaoke.
It's volume.
I can't sing.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
It's almost like when it's almost like when you're speaking to somebody who doesn't speak English and they don't understand you, and you just keep raising your voice. Like they're not going to.
It's like it doesn't help. They're still not going to know what you're talking about. They're yelling for no reason.
Do you like the feelings I had? Are these the feelings you wanted? No, dude.
This isn't for you.
Hey, man. Just take some time with your passion.
Hey, those are some very emo song lyrics, though.
That's my song. I'm just going to replicate his song, but I'm going to put that as the lyrics in there.
Oh my God.
Dude, have you ever I cannot land a kickflip with these, dude. I like tried.
You still have a tech deck?
I threw mine away.
They just reissued new ones, and I just got.
Holy shit!
2020 is the weirdest year.
Dude, I know.
Okay.
Dude, I'm still like okay, like I'm in my 30s and I'm listening to Blink and playing with tech decks.
Yeah.
What's up, dude?
Weirdest fucking man.
Blink or new Blink,
and I just want to highlight because we actually were talking about this prior to doing this whole interview. I was like, should I pull out some action figures? So like maybe some GI Joes.
Yes, dude. Tech decks, GI Joes,
Tech decks
bro.
and GI Joes.
He was so ready.
Oh my God!
Holy shit!
Oh my God! If you're not watching the video of this, you are missing out.
This man has so many GI Joes.
Can you go just a little lower? Yeah, just go a little lower.
I really like this guy's shin guards. They're very special. Oh, look, he even has a little hat.
Oh my God, look at his hat. Oh my God.
I would have been so into that as a kid.
No, real talk.
He's got a hat,
I legit was still am huge G.I. Joe collector. Like if it's G.I. Joe, Ghostbusters, Gundam, Transformers, Dragon Ball Z, probably into it.
Yeah.
Metal Gear Solid.
Can you just real quick just convince me that I don't need to buy a Gundam model right now?
Oh,
can you stop and buy it and stop being a wiener?
Thank you. That's actually what I needed. I can put it up on the shelf here behind me.
He usually will he'll message me. He'll message me something and be like, "Do I need it?" And I'm like, "Do you?"
That was a
Will and I had an hour and a half long discussion about which Gundam like models we're going to buy soon.
Okay, so here's my photos. We're not going to pay attention to everything, but if you notice, right about here,
It's a lot of
Pretty
Gundams.
glowy, my guy.
Yeah, you gotta pick a pick and back it up, dude. Double tap it. No, get closer. Get
No,
closer.
No, yeah.
Closer.
There you
Yeah,
go.
closer. I
Maybe?
lied.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there you
there
go.
it is.
There
There it is.
There he is.
It's a little
That's the
blurry, but
boy.
it's fine. We trust
Yeah.
you. Nope.
Nope,
That's
I've already
the boy.
marked which Gundam kits I want.
Yeah, you're talking to the two biggest nerds, probably.
Dude, I'm.
In
That's
this
fine.
industry,
I mean,
dude.
I collect.
We are on the.
Barbies, so
We're
there's
on
that.
the same. We're all on the same
Wavelengths.
level here. Yeah,
Dude,
we're all on the
Barbies,
same
what's
level.
up, dude? When I was a little kid, I used to take their clothes off.
Oh my god!
My-
I had like
my
one
first-
of those like size Barbies when I was a kid.
Bro, my mom came home and caught me like double tapping the Barbie's mouse button, dude. I got in trouble for a week, bro.
Oh my god!
I was liking
"I'm
her
proud of you,
Instagram."
but you shouldn't be doing that yet. And I was like, joke's on you.
James is like, yet? Tell me.
How about this Ken doll? How do you know
Oh
about
my
that? Oh my god.
I'm gonna cuddle with it.
Yeah.
Oof.
So I guess I don't really have any more questions because that pretty much got to everything. I just want to give you like a minute or two to like give any plugs, give anything that like you want to give to the fans, to anybody who can
Yeah.
check you out, find more information about what's coming up, be notified when shit's happening, so that when
Here,
2020
take it.
2020 ends, that's just
Take
so.
When we hope it does.
Take it.
Here, let me see if I.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
It's in my ear. It's in my ear. I got it.
It's in my ear.
I got it.
It's in my ear.
Yeah, I'm trying to give all my plugs.
Oh, that's yeah. I'm
So, the
sad
main-
at myself that I didn't know what was happening. Go on.
So the
I'm
main-
sorry.
Brian,
I
you
guess
could have
the
taken out your
main-
plugs too.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm muting
dude.
myself.
I'd say the main plug right now is obviously, like we said, we've got a song coming out October 10th. Expect some teasers coming up here pretty soon on our Facebook and Instagram, as James does, a kick flip. And we've also got our other single that we just put out back July 4th, Sunny Places, Shady People.
Mhm.
And then we've also got Revenge is So Sweet. Of course, I also want to say, go listen to the old stuff. Go listen to that Maybe Holding Hands and be like, oh my God, I forgot how good this
Yeah.
is.
Yeah,
I'll
get
also-
your vibes on, dude. Vibe it
I'll
out,
also
dude.
add Under the Gun is a pretty good song too. I was digging that earlier.
People
a
can
banger.
go listen to it and
It's
pretend
okay.
they were
It's
at
okay.
that
All
emo
right, fine. I'll
night
take it
Brooklyn
back.
night, but
I'll
not-
take it back. I'll take it back.
So
banger.
fun story. So I don't know if you do or if you watch like YouTube reaction videos, but
Mhm.
the YouTube channel Too Lit Mafia, if you're familiar with him, he actually reacted to our Under the Gun music video.
Huh.
Yeah, he was very confused. He's like, that girl just shot herself. What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
He's like, yo, this is fire. Yo, bruh.
wow.
I love him. He's awesome. He's awesome.
Yeah.
I want those two kids from Gary, Indiana, the one who had the reaction to Phil Collins to the Tarzan song. I want them to do a modern day escape song because they're gonna be like, the fuck?
So you go
They're
from
not ready
Phil
for the
Collins,
madness.
Tarzan.
Yeah, the Tarzan
there's
song.
there's one reaction channel where it's actually two grandmas reacting to metal. And, like one
Yeah.
was always wearing a Slipknot shirt. Like
That's funny.
that's my dream right there.
Yeah.
That's who
If
we
I
need
can
to
have two
dude.
grandmas on YouTube reacting to stuff that I have done musically, that's when I know I've made it.
You can show it to your parents and your grandparents. Be like, why the fuck aren't you like them?
No, I'll tell you.
My
I'll show it
grandfather's
to- I'll show it to my
93 and
parents be
loves
like-
us.
And my parents would be like, musically it's really good, but there's a lot of screaming.
Yeah.
Great.
It's loud. The
My thing
volume
is
up.
that I'm really real talk though. I'm so glad that we came out when we did and our record did as well as it did. Like, even if like real talk, like even if nobody gives a damn about transmutation, you know what I mean? And let's say Will and I just become, special dad friends and just don't even care. We quit music and just play Call of Duty forever. Okay.
Joke's on you. That's what I'm doing Tuesday.
I say that because that's literally what we do. But even if we call it quits and we just put out another record, a couple videos, and nobody cares, that's fine. But realistically, on like an emotional, personal note, my grandfather's 93. The guy, he helped make technology and communication what he is today. He was on the team on the team of like 50. I worked on the first computer chip that was literally the size of a room.
Mhm.
And he was
Holy
on the
shit.
team of 20 that made intercontinental communicational technology happen, he would travel around the globe and build satellites in the middle of the jungle. And he has the insane stories the guys told me. Like, and if you saw the plaques on this guy's wall, is just nuts. Half the time I ask him, like, Grandpa, what did you really do? Mine just had clearance that is nobody's business. I can't even really go into depth. I can't even pretend.
He lives in Vegas. If that gives you an idea where he may actually have worked.
Yeah.
So you can piece it together. I can't say too much, but he lives in Las Vegas, Nevada, right outside of the airport, blah, blah. He always says he was a janitor, but we know better. Long story short, the guy, he helped make intercontinental communication technology what it is today. And the sheer fact of the guy's 90, I think he's 93 now. He's still kicking. He's still awesome. He still drinks brandy and listens to jazz. Nobody's business.
Hell yeah.
The fact that this guy did today, he did something for all of us today. Like even this thing that we're on right now. Not that he had direct contact for what this is, but he started the initial, you know what I mean? His team flew around the world and dropped in and built these towers and things or whatever. The fact that I was in the age that my grandfather can go out. He went out, not now, but he went out and purchased our second major debut record in an actual record store. Like he went out, left his house. This was 2012, so he was 84, 82 or whatever. Went out and bought a hard copied record of something that I did, that this guy made the technology that we all sit on, or helped make, led the, you know what I'm saying? Led the, the chariot. I'm trying to not make it seem cooler than it is. I'm not trying to say he's like, this is my grandfather did it all. Okay.
He kind of did.
He kind of did, but he didn't. All right. The fact that I did something that he could tangibility wise, go out and purchase it, and something he could look and be like, I'm not the only one in our family that actually did something worth a crap. You know what I mean? So for me, if it ends tomorrow, or, it arises in the past, or we keep going and press further, I'm amazingly proud of what myself did and the guys that I work with achieved throughout every era of music that we did. And I hope it's more, but I'm just proud of what we did so far. So I just want to say that I'm super thankful that we're here doing it, period, on any level, big or small. I'm still stoked to be doing what we're doing today after 2006. What are we at? 16 years. What are we at?
After 76 years.
I mean, just the fact that we're still here after all this, you know what I mean? I'm blown away. I'm appreciative, and I'm thankful for that. So wherever we go from here, who cares, dude? Let's have fun. Let's get weird. Let's just fucking rock. Yeah, I just said the F word. Let's just go, dude. Okay, I'm getting hyped up, dude. Let's just go, dude. Rock and roll, dude.